And here we are in part 4 of the Possibility Space Let's Play of the Mass Effect trilogy. I am Rowan Kaiser. I am a freelance critic and freelance video game and pop culture critic. I am currently writing a book called Possibility Space. It is an analysis of the Mass Effect trilogy. This playthrough is my sort of note-taking, outlining, and just kind of for fun, final playthrough as I put together and write the book. In this section, I have just finished the quest to get Tali, and I am going to head over to the Citadel, or head over to the Council, so Shepard can become a Spectre, and I expect that I will finish most of the initial quests in the Citadel here in this fourth part. Excellent. I've been waiting for this guy to show up.
Could you spare a moment of your time?
So, this is, I think, the first real example of what the game wants you to think that Paragon and Renegade means. This is why I've been waiting for him, so let's see what he has to say.
My name is Samir Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
What do you need?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
So here we have a fairly simple quest. Find out what's up with his wife's body. Nobody should be denied their wife's body, right?
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samir Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before.
It's my tea drinking noise, sorry about that.
You think that her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Alright, so now we have a moral choice, but it's not a moral choice between good and bad. Most of the moral choices that Shepard has had to make so far are between good and bad. What Mass Effect wants you to do is choose between ends and means, basically. The means suggests that which is Paragon, suggests that the moral thing to do is to have the right action. And as the ends suggest that the moral thing to do is to whatever will save the most lives in the end. Generally speaking, Mass Effect kind of aims at that. But even here, it's not really doing it. Like, my Charm and Intimidate here are demonstrating that whatever I can do whatever I can do here to resolve the quest is release the body. So I have to have either the charm for Paragon or the intimidate for Renegade in order to make that case. Whereas these are neutral choices. One of the things that Mass Effect actually does, instead of sort of philosophically does, is it makes the Paragon versus Renegade choice more, are you a jerk to the person you're talking to right now? I feel like that's a little less interesting, but the game is so sprawling that it's kind of necessary. We'll talk about this more and more, but let's get some more information and figure out what to do next.
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Alright, so I'm gonna go see what the husband has to say about this.
I'll tell Mr. Bhatia about this. It might make it easier for him to understand.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
Is Nasana talking yet?
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I forget what triggers her quest. But since she actually shows up in a much more important role in later games, I would like to get that rolling.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
It's not as simple as I'd hoped. The military needs your wife's body for important tests.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests? My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
So now... no, hold on a second. So now I have the choice of not being Renegade or Paragon. Actually, I don't know. If I click on this, will this make me get Renegade points? I guess we'll find out. I may be somewhat confused about how the Renegade and Paragon works in this compared to Mass Effect 2 and 3, where it's a little simpler, but anyway.
Mr. Bhatia, your wife died defending humanity. We still need her help.
What right does the military have to hold her body? She's already given her life.
She died a hero, Mr. Bhatia. And now she has a chance to save even more lives.
It doesn't matter. She's dead. I just want her to come home. I miss her so much. Let them run their tests. Let my wife save lives so that others are spared the loss I feel today. Goodbye. Thank you for finding me answers.
Paragon points. So basically, by putting means before, or ends before means, I have, but doing it nicely, I have done things to be treated as a good guy. This isn't exactly what I said that Mass Effect was trying to do, but it is an example of, I think, how muddled the morality can get. Basically, if I had been mean but gotten the same result, I would have gotten Renegade points. Alright.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
So let's see if this one works the same way as the other one, where being nice, regardless of outcome, is the worth Paragon points. Because I think you've got something set up where you have the law versus being nice to somebody, and then there are all kinds of like real world parallels of religion running into laws, classical ideals, or laws, classical liberal ideals, or even just people's rights to privacy or not being harassed. It's not fun walking by angry street preachers, but I'm sure they would say that it is not religious to spread the truth, whatever they're spreading the truth of.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the Jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a
Dude,
solution
Jelly
that
is
does
not the
anger
preferred
the Hanar.
nomenclature.
The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe.
Undesirables.
The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn Jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Now this is also our first real interaction with the Hanar, who are pretty much the only truly alien race in Mass Effect, unless you count the Reapers. Even still, they're based on an Earth jellyfish, obviously, but they're the only ones who aren't, you know, bipedal humanoids of the major Citadel races. Obviously, you get things like Thresher Maws, but...
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
And I can't do this. Damn it. Bang.
I'll be back.
This one will continue to spread its message.
As I mentioned in the last Let's Play, if you leave the Citadel, having taken this quest, and come back, the Hanar is gone, obviously. The quest remains, which is annoying to those of us who are moderate or extreme completionists in their RPGs. Let's see if I have an extra charm point. New skill ranks unlock when you become a Spectre. Well, Guess I have a goal now. I haven't examined that keeper? That's right in front of the... Oh, this might be the last one.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Please do not disturb the keepers.
Oh, that's the one that is just there. There is a keeper, at least one that I haven't managed to get so far. And I'm sure that's the least riveting thing that can be done for you, the viewers. Oh, I suppose I could go through the inventory.
You know, Saren would already be in custody if you'd gone straight to the council with your information.
A lone Quarian with no credentials? The council would laugh me out of the chambers. That is, if Saren hadn't killed me by then.
Occasionally I would like to see these conversations go further, like that one. Rex is not stupid. Rex should have a response to that, but he does not. The keeper looks sad.
Come on. Udin is presenting the Quarian's evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador.
Except for the part where voice recordings are easy to do.
All efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
How do you know this?
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's
Still
true
wish
purpose.
this was actually
a legend
true.
he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
There's an odd aspect of the politics here where the Terminus systems are treated as a political entity when nothing in the game actually really makes them feel that way. except perhaps for Arya and Omega.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull.
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
Like how cocky is the Paragon option here.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward. It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Well, that was inspiring.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
There we go. Alright, I am going to take a little break now, and be back with my Spectre skills in order to take down the rogue evangelical Hanar. Alright, I am back after a few days break. I'm trying to make a concerted effort to break these up into my play sessions and have them be shorter because I ran into technical difficulties last time around. Sorry for the abrupt ending, and the continuing adventures of Shepsplainen will continue as an adventure when Shep goes to Shepsplain the importance of the rule of law to a rogue Hanar evangelical. If you'd like to learn more about the Possibility Space project, then please click the link down below in the information, which also includes a chapter selection and so on. And there should be a link popping up to the next one as soon as the next one is completed. I will see you all soon. Wait, no. What would Shepard say? Shepard would say, that's all for now.